The weight of the recurring incidents presses down on him, and he contemplates what steps he can take to put an end to this cycle of abuse. As the train slows down to approach his station, Jungkook takes a deep breath, steeling himself for whatever lies ahead. The subway doors slide open, and he steps out, determined to break free from the toxic environments that seem to follow him. A heavy sigh, Jungkook unlocks the door and steps into his apartment. The familiar surroundings provide a mixed sense of comfort and anxiety at the same time. He half expects Moz to jump out from a corner and exact revenge for the blow to his head, or perhaps for charging in for the broken nose. In his fatigued state, Jungkook contemplates whether facing the consequences might be worth the temporary respite it could bring. Closing the door behind him, Jungkook wearily glances around the living space. The quietness of the apartment feels almost eerie, and he wonders if Moz is plotting some sort of retaliation in the shadows. He is prepared for the worst, yet a part of him yearns for a break from the chaos that seems to define his life. Dragging himself toward his bedroom, Jungkook decides that he'll deal with whatever comes next when it happens. Right now, all he wants is the solace of his bed, a temporary escape from the relentless barrage of troubles. The exhaustion settles deep within him, and he contemplates the idea of simply sleeping through whatever storm may be on the horizon. Jungkook quietly makes his way through the apartment, tiptoeing as if afraid to disturb the stillness. The uncertainty of what awaits him inside creates a tension that seems to hang in the air. He can't shake the feeling that at any moment, something unexpected might occur. He glances briefly at Mi's bedroom door. The silence around him feels almost surreal, and he wonders if perhaps everyone is still out. Without wanting to disrupt the peace, he moves swiftly down the corridor. The prospect of checking the clock or turning on his phone seems daunting, and for now, he chooses to remain in the cocoon of silence that his room provides. Perhaps, for a little while longer, he can shield himself from the external chaos and simply exist in the quiet solitude of his space. Jungkook feels a sinking sensation in the pit of his stomach as he takes in the chaos that has unfolded in his room. His belongings are scattered haphazardly, and it's evident that someone has rifled through his personal space. The boy takes a deep breath, trying to steady himself as he surveys the disarray in his room. His backpack lands on the floor with a muffled thud, a tangible echo of the disruption that has invaded his personal space. His eyes narrow as he scrutinizes the scene before him, revealing a bed in disarray, its mattress half slid onto the floor, exposing the bed frame beneath. His sparse collection of clothes, once neatly tucked away in a small closet, now litters the floor alongside scattered notebooks and textbooks. The realization hits him like a tidal wave, a violation of the little safety he'd created for himself. Panic sets in as he hastily closes the door behind him, as if shutting out the intruder who has callously disrupted the fragile order Jungkook had maintained. His gaze darts toward the open closet, and a sense of dread intensifies. With quick, determined strides, Jungkook heads toward the exposed wardrobe, dread turning into outright fear. His hands fumble through the empty spaces on the shelves, desperately hoping for a semblance of order that is now lost. In the midst of the scattered belongings, Jungkook feels a rising surge of frustration and despair. The room, once a place of stability, has been transformed into a chaotic battleground of violated privacy. Oh no. No, damn it, no, Jungkook mutters, a mixture of disbelief and anguish in his voice. The violation feels like an attack on the already fragile stability he had managed to carve out for himself. Tears start to well up in his eyes as he runs his fingers through his hair. Panic tightens his chest when he realizes that the small box from his old phone where he kept his meager savings is empty now. He clutches his head, a quiet whimper escaping his lips. Those were all his savings, set aside to pay for the next semester at university. And he has no idea where to get the same amount of money in the next month to make the payment. Driven by a mixture of desperation and anger, Jungkook storms towards Mo's bedroom, fists pounding on the door like a primal drumbeat. His voice, a crescendo of frustration, reverberating through the silent apartment. "Moz, you damned drunkard, open the door. I know it was you. You stole my money." As the door swung open, Jungkook confronts a bruised and battered Moz, a walking testament to the turbulent clash that had unfolded between them. Rage burns in Mo's eyes as recognition dawned, realizing the depth of Jungkook's accusations. The man, looking worse for wear with heavy bruising under his eyes and a bandage across his nose, stares back at Jungkook. The room is charged with tension as their eyes lock, and Mo's expression morphs from surprise to recognition, then finally into a simmering anger. "What the hell are you doing here?" Moz growls, his voice raspy and full of resentment. Jungkook takes a step forward, his own anger eclipsing the momentary shock of Mo's battered appearance. "You know damn well what I'm doing here. What the did you do to my room, and where are my money?" Mo's eyes narrow, and a malicious smirk plays on his lips. "Your money? Oh, you mean that little stash you had hidden away? I needed it more than you did, princess." Jungkook's fists clench in frustration, his voice trembling with a mix of anger and desperation. "That money was for my university fees. Do you even realize what you've done? How am I supposed to pay now?" Mo shrugs indifferently, a cruel glint in his eyes. "Not my problem, bimbo. Maybe you should have thought twice before playing the hero and hitting me with that damn cup." Jungkook seethes, his chest rising and falling rapidly. The realization that Moz not only violated his personal space but callously stole his savings sinks in, adding another layer to the overwhelming sense of betrayal. Without another word, Jungkook raises his hand and delivers a swift, stinging slap across Mo's face. The room echoes with the sound of the impact, and the man recoils, his hand instinctively moving to his cheek. "It's you!" Jungkook shouts again, forcefully pushing Moze in the chest. The room echoes with the anger in his voice. "It's you, you've stole my money!" A cry escapes Jungkook when Moz abruptly seizes him by the lapels of his coat, shaking him as if he were a mere ragdoll. The dim light in the room flickers, casting shadows on the chaos surrounding them. "Dare to show up here after what you did, kid?" Moz snarls, his anger evident. His bruised and battered face contorts with rage. "Like what you see?" Harry growls, running a finger over his own features. "Do you like what you and your buddy did to me?" "Give me my money back," Jungkook demands, attempting to land futile blows on Mo's chest. His hands tremble with a mix of anger and desperation. With a shove, Moz sends Jungkook sprawling to the floor, the impact causing him to painfully hit his. The room seems to close in as they grapple with the aftermath of the confrontation. "And you had the right to hit me in the head," how the man roars, advancing toward him. On reflex, Jungkook backs away, wiping the dirt from the apartment floor with his own clothes. The air crackles with tension, both men trapped in the raw emotions of the moment. "You tried to. I was defending myself," Jungkook retorts, his voice a mix of defiance and desperation, his eyes searching for an escape from the volatile situation. Mo's barking laughter fills the empty apartment, and Jungkook finds himself in a familiar abyss. There's no one to help him again. Jungkook is trapped again. The man leans in, now grabbing the collar of Jungkook's sweater, forcefully pulling him upward, causing a wince of discomfort. Trash like you and your little girlfriend simply can't be, he sneers. Job. Say otherwise. How get your hands off, Jungkook yells, attempting to fend him off and shake off his grip. Go to hell. Go to hell, damn it, let me go. Give me my money back. Mo spits disdainfully to the side, displaying his own repulsion, and Jungkook is surprised the spit doesn't hit him in the face, and suddenly hurls the boy with such force. Jungkook hits with the wall of the narrow corridor. What the hell? Jungkook hisses, quietly whimpering from the shooting pain along his spine. Just give me my damn money back. Your money, the man sneers, approaching closer, and Jungkook feels his muscles tightening as if trying to make him smaller. Your money went towards fixing nose. Do you know how much that costs, huh? Do you know the kind of cash they rake in at those damn hospitals? You're bloody lucky those funds cover the hospital bill, kid. Otherwise, I'd be knocking the rest off you right now. You had no damn right to meddle in my... Jungkook doesn't finish his sentence as another kick lands in his stomach, causing him to crumple to the floor, almost folding in half, clutching his abdomen. A louder, more desperate groan escapes his lips. You damn mutt, the man spits aggressively. I damn well took compensation from you for what your sugar daddy did to me. Then why the hell are you hitting me now? Jungkook whimpers in response. But when he finally opens his eyes, looking up at the man, he suddenly receives an even more aggressive kick, eliciting another cry. And this is for my damn cracked head. Moz leans down, gripping his chin, now completely wet from tears, and forces the boy to look at him. Here's some advice for you. Moz grins. Gather your damn belongings and get the hell out of this flat. For your bloody sake. And just be glad my nose hurts too much, or I'd be tearing into you like till you started begging for forgiveness. Jungkook swallows his tears, maintaining eye contact, but the weight of Mo's menacing presence becomes too much to bear. Overwhelmed with fear, he crumples to the floor,